He tore out his own heart. In the ending, do you know what happened? And the people run toward the light, pushing each other. And Danka was pushed too. And he dropped his heart. And the people trampled that heart. That's the whole result. Should we help the people or not? Or is it better to help those who want to think, those who reflect on their lives, and those who want to know more? The official representative of the Foreign Ministry, Elena Braun, yes, Braun, Elena Braun, where on earth did we begin to acquire names such as that? Are they not in fact in honor of that very same Braun? It is quite strange indeed to encounter such peculiar surnames on a Russian platform. So this individual is a representative of the minister, you see, of the police, who officially declares that these stickers, these very stickers that will undoubtedly discredit the army, people will be imprisoned for them. Some kind of warnings, imprisonment. So now they're even tracking stickers. People have already been silenced, and now they're cutting off their hands so they can't draw stickers. And it turns out these stickers are supposedly coming from Ukraine. Ukrainians are supposedly sitting and drawing stickers for Russians that discredit the army. What kind of army is this that constantly needs to imprison people? Silencing people? Shutting down the internet? Removing YouTube? What kind of army is this? Let those at the top deal with the army. Why did Belousov take the position? And who is Belousov anyway? Maybe he's Boris Berezovsky. Yes, they rose to the top supposedly to raise the army up. Well, he can't raise the army, it's impossible. It's an operation where it's impossible to raise the army. But now they're just silencing people more and more. It's upsetting. It's upsetting for the army, for our homeland, for our people. It's especially upsetting for the army. What have they turned the army into? They say one thing but do another. They talk. They talk about the greatness of the army, for example. There is no army at all, but they talk about the greatness of the army. You can't even make stickers. Why? Why can't people express their opinions? After all, this is something universal, something for all the people. Everyone is being silenced. Just look. The largest number of people imprisoned over the past 2 years are exactly these people. I almost said under Article 58. No, not Article 58. There are many others. But these are people who talk about the army and are accused of discrediting the army. Is there really discrediting or not? Why is it that speaking out against people, that is, people speaking up for their homeland, for their army, is suddenly considered discrediting? Why can't you write for peace? At school, children were taught to write peace to the world. We are for peace. How did you start your education? I started with the primer, with words like that. And now that's considered a crime you can be imprisoned for. What is happening to us? This isn't just a distorted looking glass. This is distorted dementia. Dementia so terrible and strong that, oh friends, I don't even know what to call it. Emojis aren't allowed, right? You can't draw different little figures about the army. We've reached the limit. In the State Duma, the whole Duma is thinking about in which law they can say no. And this no, it's not just reaching a boiling point. No, it's reaching madness. There will be no boiling point in our country. Don't even hope for it. And this isn't a challenge. It's just senselessness. What boiling point can there be when there's no country? All the guys are gone, even those who could think. They've gone on meat assaults, as the officers themselves say. The officers themselves say this, and yet you claim someone is discrediting the army. But you should sort things out within the officer corps. Look at how many clips and videos there are where soldiers themselves talk about their own army. The soldiers are the ones speaking. No one is discrediting them. The soldiers are telling what is actually happening. I won't go into those horrifying stories. Let that be left to the Ministry of Internal Affairs and to Eva Braun, so she can tell us more of the right things. When a person is constantly told you can't, when a person is always told you can't, and every day they look for a new law that again says you can't, and every day some teachers take new actions towards students, and again everything is forbidden, the person starts to shrink at first. First the body shrinks, then the soul shrinks, and then the person becomes a degenerate. I suppose that this is probably exactly what those who are running the country right now are trying to achieve. I don't know who is running the country today. You see, in Albania they've appointed an artificial intelligence, a woman, as a minister who will be in charge, but again, she will be leading according to a set program. For now, we're being told that she will govern in the way that's needed. For the well-being of the people, the population, the country. But are you sure that this is exactly the program that has been embedded in the artificial intelligence that will now govern Albania? Perhaps today, in order to show the first results, they'll present Albania as a flourishing country thanks to artificial intelligence. That could also happen. But don't forget that behind artificial intelligence stand those who are in control, those who tell people how to live in poverty, in misery, and in humiliation, not to take many steps in their own lives, to sit and be afraid, to tremble, and to keep saying, no, 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 I can't. As a result, what grows up is not just a slave, no, not even a slave, but such a pitiful creature, one that can't do anything. He can't think, he simply doesn't want to think. That's why he was told, the less you know, the better you sleep. And like parrots, like fools, like parrots, people repeat this as if it's some great wisdom. He'll come up to you and say, the less you know, the better you sleep. To him, that's great wisdom, but in reality, it's stupidity, it's degeneration. You know nothing, but you live. So you say, well, maybe you should try to break ahead. A little bit like Danko's heart, remember? The man tore out his own heart to lead the people. From where? From the cave, from the darkness, from the swamp. He tore out his own heart. And the ending, do you know what happened? And the people, they run toward the light, pushing, and they pushed Danko too, and he dropped his heart, and the people trampled that heart. That's the whole result. Should you help the people or not? Or is it better to help those who want to think, those who reflect on their lives, and those who want to know more? I'm now addressing your children, old man, your grandchildren. Old people, I am addressing you and saying, learn. Learn, absorb information while you still can, take in everything that exists. Be able to distinguish lies from reality. It is reality that matters. That's what your eyes are for. And then draw your own conclusions. But learning is essential. If you don't learn, then you simply don't learn. You will always remain at the bottom, and then you'll be sniffling that you don't have money to move. Out of the concentration camp that one country and another are now turning into. Well, let's think about whether we need to study, whether we need to know more or not know anything. And about that very geoweapon, there's a storm behind me. Storm is a geoweapon. You can say that this is a predetermined artificial intelligence program for weather control locations. All this is exactly so. I am Tanya Karatsuba Said Burkhan.